The views and opinions expressed in this podcast episode are those of the host and guests and not their sponsoring institutions. Welcome back to the KrisCross Corner Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Canty, and we got the great debaters in here. We got Christopher Bird still folding those dishes over there. And we have Hunter Whittens. How y'all doing today?
Hey, man. Football is almost here. The lines we're going to do good this year, man. It's a good day, y'all. Hard Knocks start. Oh, Hard Knocks start tomorrow, too.
How's it going, Walter?
It's going. I need this weather to calm down.
It's been burning up for like.
Let me explain. Right, so, the DIA had a job fair, and I went there just to kind of see what was going on and all that. And in the span of about 40 minutes, it was raining. Then it was sunny. Then it was raining. Then it was sunny. Then it was raining. Then it was sunny. What it did not do was cool off at all.
It didn't cool off.
But I didn't. But I was in a suit, and I had like just my like regular portfolio with me. And I was like, okay, well that's leather bound. Like my suit, my dress shoes definitely shouldn't be getting wet. So I'm like, I really can't walk out in the middle of this rainstorm like this without an umbrella. And I didn't bring it in because it was sunny when I got to the DIA. So I'm just sitting there talking to one of the guys who works there for this entire time. And by the time I got back to my car, even with it turned on, even with like my car already turned on and it being cold, I sat there for about 5 minutes just sweating my face off, man. I was like, this is not fun.
Oh.
Like, it's been hot and humid in Michigan before, but this is
just hell. This is what it is. Getting baked for no reason.
Cooked. Baked, cooked, deep fried, air fried, everything.
Yeah, everybody was fried this weekend. But speaking of everybody, please go to the KrisCross Corner Podcast Facebook group. Join the group. Be part of the conversation every week. Listen to the podcast for free. Free, everybody. The podcast is free. You don't have to pay any money to listen to this thing. Okay?
No money.
It's free.
Free.
Just go to Apple Podcasts, type in KrisCross Corner, or go to Spotify if you're a Spotify user. Type in KrisCross Corner Podcast, and it'll be right there. Subscribe, listen to it every week. We have an episode every Wednesday. So please just listen.
We got bills.
I got bills. You ain't got bills. I got bills.
I just bought a house.
We don't get paid, remember?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. At the end of the year. At the end of the year. Right before Christmas, so you can get some Christmas gifts. I treat the great debaters right.
I'm still waiting on my gift.
All right. Anyway, we're gonna go download the Anchor app or go to Anchor.fm/KrisCross Corner /support. Subscribe monthly to sustain future episodes and for Christopher to get his gift, which will probably be a gumball from Meyer. The payment link is in the description below. Thank you for your support. Now let's move on to a weekly staple of the podcast. We're gonna go to what you doing, Detroit? What you doing? So everybody knows that the house that was near a Little Caesars Arena that was worth more than $5 million, the huge eyesore on Cass Avenue by the connected parking structure, that one house that was on Cass, it was burned down today. How? I don't know. However,
so it wasn't a controlled burn. It
probably was a control. It wasn't control. It was somebody set it on fire. Which, thank you, whoever set it on fire, because it was an eyesore and we needed to get out. It needed to be gone. But it was worth more than $5. It was built more. It was for like more than $5 million, which was crazy.
But to say $100, like I'll give you $100. It was probably the Illich Foundation.
Somebody connected. It's like some low life person. They connected to him. They connected to him. They connected to a drug dealer. They connected to a pharmacist. They connected to a Tigers person, a Tigers valet who connected to a person selling peanuts at the Tigers game, which then knows Chris Illich, which knows the person who owns the property on Cass.
You forgot the Cracker Jack fire, man. How are you gonna mention the Peanuts dude, not mention the Cracker Jacks dude, man?
See, I haven't had Cracker Jacks. The last time I had Cracker Jacks at a baseball game was like 2000 when the Comerica Park first opened.
2001?
2001 when they first opened the damn thing.
When you were like 5, 6?
Yes, I was 6. It was 2001.
My mom actually worked on the farm to finance American Park anyway. That's crazy.
Awesome.
That was crazy.
Down bad, man.
Next time I go, I'm gonna get some Cracker Jack for you, Walter. Because
So
Walter called me out.
You ain't gotta go that far about it.
Walter called me out. I'm gonna get some Cracker Jack.
So wait, so you're getting some Cracker Jack before I actually get like an actual gift and not a damn. Like really?
Speaking about people who are butt.
Hey, real talk. Please support the podcast because we want to get paid too.
Y'all will get paid in love and gifts from me.
I got seniority over here, man.
Seniority? What seniority?
I've been knowing you for damn near 9 years.
Anyway, speaking of people who are butt hurt, they have changed.
Hold up. I've known him.
Actually, Walter's known me more than you.
Really?
Walter, I know Walter back when I was like, what was that, 12? I was like 12.
We go back. Yeah, we go back to like first
okay.
So guess who's got seniority now?
Okay, fine.
It's still bird though.
That's okay.
I yield the seniority.
That'd be a good soundbite for the soundboard. I'd be like, Sid on Toy Story, where are your rebel friends now?
As long as we go to a Lions game this year, I'm cool with that. That's fair.
That's cool.
That's
speaking about people getting butt hurt, they
Lord.
have changed the suicide hotline to 988.
Yes, it did.
Instead of that long ass 1-800 number.
Okay, so
if you didn't know the number, you kick yourself anyway. No, I'm just saying Chris was butt hurt. And then people down on their luck think that they just want to end a permanent solution to a temporary situation. They want to end it all. They can just press 988 instead of the long 1-800 number, which was
I'm
long
not gonna
enough.
lie. I don't think I actually know what that number was. It was
even when Logic made a song about it.
What's the name of Logic song? What's the name of Logic song? It's 1-800-270. It's 1-800-27. What was it? It's
JG Whitworth 877 cash now.
1-800-273-8255.
8255.
That's too long. That's too long. That's too long with a suicide hotline.
You know. I just thought about it. I feel like, how do you think the people who actually got like the old suicide number actually tattooed on them? How do they feel right now?
They probably feel a little upset, but they probably feel a little better about it because
now
that, like,
I agree.
But say because like, I mean, I would be upset about it. I know, like, I haven't called it, but I know people who have, and I know that's a hard thing to do. It's hard to look up. It's not something everybody knows. And yeah, I mean, there's a song about it, and that's why a lot of people know the number. But even still, you got to sit back and go, hey, look, now that this is just a 3-digit number, it makes it a lot easier, which is great. But I can't help but feel a little like the people who had to actually, dial the number do feel a little upset about it, just because it's like, hey, where was this when I needed help?
It's crazy how that song came out in like 5 years ago. It don't even feel like it.
Crazy.
It really don't.
I've been wasting my time. I feel like I'm out of my mind.
I feel like my life ain't mine. Who can relate? Anyway. Speaking of Toys R Us is making a comeback. They're going to be in every Macy's department store across the country.
They were supposed to come back. No, they were supposed to come back in March.
Yeah, they were, but then they scratched that because they was like, we can't have standalone stores. So the Macy's was like, yeah, we'll take you. And the Macy's every Macy's store. No,
because I remember in Briarwood, that was the thing. They were like, hey, so we bring in Macy's in March of 2022. And I was like, oh, we are. That's a move to make.
Briarwood.
I wouldn't put it in that one per se, but like
they barely have an Apple store. Apple store is a janitor's closet.
Hey, look, Simon malls are interesting.
They are. Fairlane's one of them, right? Fairlane is definitely a Simon mall, right?
Fairlane is a Simon mall.
Oakland is one too, right?
Oakland's a Simon.
I haven't been in Oakland mall in so long.
That's okay.
I want to go. I'm gonna go there tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna go to Oakland Mall and see how it is. Hey, Chris, they turned down Eastland. They turned it down. I have never been inside Eastland Mall.
Really?
No.
I've been there once.
I grew up on the west side, so Northland was my mall. Northland and Fairlane.
I'm about to say, I remember when I was younger, there was definitely a directional mall, right? Like there was Northland, Southland, Eastland, and Westland. And then there was Somerset and 12 Oaks, Briarwood,
Partridge Creek and Lakeside.
Partridge Creek and Lakeside were a little farther out, same with Great Lakes, and then
Lakeside, man.
Laurel Park.
Laurel Park is depressing. Very depressing. No, I went there with a list. I was like, I've never been in this mall. Let's go in there because we were going to go to the Phoenix Theaters, which is attached. So I was like, you know what? I'm going there. Let's go in there, and I was like, what is this?
No. Okay. So according to Simon's actual website, Birch Run and Briarwood are the only two malls they have in Michigan.
Birch Run, the outlet mall.
Yeah.
Interesting. Even Birch Run is not even like good anymore.
It wasn't before.
I mean, they have more shops.
Now, if you want to talk about like
Tanger outlets too.
Tanger, yeah. If you want to talk about like actual good malls, then check out the malls that Forbes owns, right? Forbes owns the Millennium Mall down in Orlando. They own Somerset in Michigan. I gotta remember what else, but I sat there and I was like, oh, they own the Gardens in Pasadena.
I've been there.
Yep.
Nice little mall.
So the way I described it was, I was like, look, if it's owned by Forbes, they're not gonna let it fail, and they're not gonna let it look bad.
Nope. I don't have valet for Spencer's. That's how.
And Scarlett Johansson's on their web, like on the Somerset's like homepage for some reason. Like
she'll never come to Michigan. Stop it.
Exactly.
Not even on a connector flight.
You know, you say that. Watch her stop exclusively in Michigan to flip you off and head back.
Hey, any publicity is good publicity.
Sure.
Oh, you're right.
I'd be like, yeah, she flipped me off.
But yeah,
speaking of publicity, what has been happening?
Oh Lord.
Okay, we're gonna. Okay, I have the last story of the day, which I'm gonna ask y'all a question, and you got the answer. You know, with you based on what you think.
Easy.
But before we get to that, we have our next segment, our new segment in the KrisCross Corner podcast. We have drum roll, please. We have Stupid Criminals in Detroit, volume 2. Now, Detroit has a lot of criminals.
Yes, we do.
Dealers, stealers, killers.
It's a bit of a problem.
It's a problem. However, these are the people who should not take a criminal lifestyle into the next day, not the year, not the next month. Just stop being a criminal. So these car thieves in Detroit stole a car.
Okay.
The police start chasing them. Now you would think
to happen.
Now you would think if you're in a stolen car, with a helicopter chasing you. I forgot.
Wait. We had a copter chase?
We had a chopper chasing.
Not the chopper.
The chopper chased these guys all the way back to the place where they stashed the stolen cars.
Woo!
Now, if you're a smart criminal, you would just get out the car, start running. You know what I'm saying? Get out the car, or just drive down 75 to Ohio. These guys went down
Finkel over the weekend, right?
Yeah.
No, this was over the weekend, right?
Yeah, they
couldn't be on 75, man.
Yes, they can.
They were doing a crackdown this weekend.
Okay, that's probably why they got the chopper. That's probably how they got the chopper involved.
So they were down 5 miles.
They went down Finkel. They was like, "Hey, man, this is what." Then the chopper was like, "Hey, there's a whole bunch of cars back here."
Ninjas, man. That's what I'm saying. Ninjas.
That's all I gotta say.
Like, come on.
Oh, Chris, it gets worse. That's just the first story. Now,
how does it get? Wait, there's more than one.
It gets worse. There's always 2 to 8 stories in the stupid criminals.
Just 8.
2 to 8 stories. So a Detroit man is charged for shooting 8 people and killing 2 of them.
Oh my gosh.
In Detroit over the weekend.
Holy smokes.
Guess what this man got his gun out and shot 8 people and killed 2 for.
Oh, I want to guess.
What, Chris?
Yeah. Okay. The guy, all right, my man was over at the McDonald's right there on Joy Road.
Stop.
And, fries, and like the fries were cold. He only got 1 chicken nugget out of the 20 piece. And like he ain't get no barbecue sauce, he ain't get no sweet and sour.
First of all, if someone gives me 1 nugget out of 20, I'm shooting up the McDonald's. Don't you ever give me 1 McNugget out of 20. If I ask for a 20 piece, I need 21. It's time to put 21 in that bitch. But you're wrong, Chris. That's not what happened. This man shot up.
I didn't.
Go ahead, Walter. Guess. Go ahead, guess.
Oh,
because it gets worse. It gets worse.
I was gonna say he was still waiting in line for the Popeyes the Popeyes chicken sandwich, and it got out of hand again.
Nope.
Nah.
It had nothing to do with fast food.
Okay, nothing to do with food. Okay, all right. Well, what happened?
I'm gonna say somebody tried to steal his gas, man. I don't know what.
No. Ooh. This is a simple mistake from a civilian. Okay?
Oh no!
Somebody was blocking his driveway.
Oh no!
So this man grabbed his gun and shot 8 people and killed 2 of them. He's going away for life just because you were mad that someone parked in your driveway. You stupid criminal.
Bro, that's like the story where like somebody actually shot a dude at a McDonald's because his fry was cold. That
was in Brooklyn.
So that actually happened?
That actually happened.
Oh man.
And I feel sorry. I feel sorry for the family for that
That's
person.
Stupid.
And I feel sorry for the person who really had to go back in there and shoot somebody just because his fries were cold. Just go in there and ask for new fries.
Right. Get the boys fresh. Like, come on, man. It's not that hard.
I actually hate it when they're hot when they first come out because you be reaching in the bag when you're driving because you think you get some 3 fries. You'd be like, oh.
See, what happens is when I want McDonald's fries and when I want hot McDonald's fries, I just go to Wendy's and get their fries because they're better.
No. You go to McDonald's.
No, I don't really like McDonald's fries.
And look, I ain't gonna lie.
Wendy's fries got weak as soon as they like took off the sea salt shit.
Yellow branded Wendy's was
Wendy's was the best.
That was
I don't under okay. So yellow branded Wendy's was good, and before they changed the recipe for the McNuggets, those McNuggets were life.
They were hidden.
The fake
the Mo School McNuggets,
the fake meat McNuggets was life.
Come on, hidden.
You know it. You know it to be true. You can't deny it.
I'm not denying, but yellow branded McDonald's, that era was for you kids who don't know, we had it made. We had it made. I'm saying, man, we had it made.
You mean back when like the Happy Meals toys at McDonald's were actually good?
Oh,
they made you happy and shit.
Yeah,
happy the month, man, and all that. But like they're
now kids just get a QR code, scan this, scan this, and get an old Millsbury photo.
Or better, they get like a freaking you get like a QR code and you get like a special code to like Fortnite or Minecraft and shit like that.
Hey, so kid, that's amazing now.
Or you know, come to think about it, when I was in Colorado, I actually had In-N-Out for the first time. Come to think about it.
How did you like it? What did you get? What did you get?
Okay. This is what I got. I was hungry that day too. So I got like regular cheeseburger. Got that with the regular cheeseburger with the fries. And
did you get them animal style though?
Yes, I did. I got animal style.
How did you like it?
All right, let me say this. For the price and for the quality of the food, it gets a W for me. It gets a thumbs up.
It's a thumbs up. It's not a bad place.
It's not a bad place. It's not overly expensive, but see, the one thing I like, they keep the menu simple. It's a simple menu.
Double cheeseburger, fries.
That's it. And see, less is more sometimes. It was actually good because like when I was in Colorado, like for my buddies, shout out to my buddies in Colorado, they had one that was about like maybe 10 minutes, like less than 10 minutes away from where they stayed at. And I was like, oh shit, can I go over there and such? Now, I'll say this right now. The drive-through
is long.
The drive-through was long. We had to find we found a spot that's like kind of near us. So we parked the car over there, walked out, went inside and such. It wasn't that busy on the inside. It was more busy in the parking lot than actually inside.
Was it hot in Colorado?
It was like hot, but it wasn't like unbearably hot. If I got there like a week or two earlier, I would have been in the middle of a massive heat wave where it was like in the hundreds. It would have been miserable, but it was still hot. Like it took my body like maybe like a couple of days to kind of like get used to the altitude and no humidity out there, but it was fun. Like I
get what people say when they say it's a dry heat.
Oh yeah, dry heat is different.
Dry heat is different. Even when we went hiking over at Red Rocks and such, the trail we went was like a good mile and a half and such. Like going down, you don't feel it, but when you go up, I was like, oh shit! I was like, yo, this is different.
Well, that's how it was when I was in Texas. Like I was in Northwest Texas for a week, and it was like, this was a few years ago. I had some family out there. But what was weird and kind of cool about it was like, okay, it's the same temperature here. It's actually cooler here than it is at home, which is weird because it's Texas, right? But it's also like
it's a dry heat.
Like, now this thing is a dry heat. So like I step outside and I'm good all day. I don't come in like, you know how when it's just hot and this muggy outside, you're just kind of residually just wet.
Yeah, but the thing about Northwest Texas, there's no water. So there's nothing to be muggy or humidity about. That's why I try to explain to people it's not Houston. Houston gets humid. Dallas, however, gets Dallas gets a little muggy, but it's that dry heat though. But Northwest Texas, where you what city were you in?
Lubbock.
Oh yeah, Lubbock, Texas. Yeah, that's the Lubbock. I gotta say Lubbock, Texas. Lubbock, Texas.
That is that, yeah. But
so
it was weird because I had no problems. I was like, man, I mean, I was sweating a little bit, but I wasn't like dying. I wasn't like
it was like
today when I was standing outside. When I was standing outside standing outside of the DA for half an hour waiting for the rain to stop and like just drenched in sweat that entire time. I was like, yeah, man, I was outside in Texas. I had a good time. I was outside enjoying the heat. Well, more or less enjoying the blistering sun, but still enjoying it.
Yeah. Speaking of enjoying the heat, this is my last criminal of the day.
Oh no.
A girlfriend sets her boyfriend on fire.
Whoa.
After you went to the gas station. Oh. I'm laughing, but this is very serious.
Wait. I would have guessed.
No, I'm not. Guess what? I didn't ask you to guess nothing. I'm giving you the story. I'm giving you the story about what happened. This woman goes to the gas station. She goes up to the cashier. She said, let me get 25 on 2. 25 what? 25 cents.
I'm sorry, what?
25 cents. She said, let me get 25 cents on 4. She goes out there and douses her boyfriend in gasoline, 25 cents worth. And then lights his ass off.
God.
Yeah, stupid criminal on camera and everything.
Did she say why she did it?
I don't know.
Is he okay?
I don't know, but women, they do things out of impulse,
I can't agree or disagree with that, but like
you can't disagree.
I just gotta know, is my man alive? What did he do to deserve it?
Maybe not.
He's the Human Torch.
Maybe not.
Flame on.
Anyway, I don't want to get into that. Anyway, there's a lot of dumb criminals in Detroit. So if you have any stories for the KrisCross Corner, please go to @KrisCross Corner on TikTok and Instagram. Send me some stories. I'll probably laugh at them before I put them on the show. Because they really are stupid. We might not have this segment next week because I might not have any stupid criminals because I like to bunch them all together. But
we'll do out of town.
I don't know if I can. You'll always have stupid criminals, man. Let's be honest here.
We can do out of town. We can do that.
No, only in Detroit. Only stupid criminals in Detroit.
Flame on.
We're not going to get into that today. I don't want to talk about that right now. But yeah, I hope my man's okay. If you're dead, rest in peace. The last story of the day.
Good Lord.
Okay, so let me get your honest opinions about this whole story. Now let's talk about this. This was on the Shade Room. This was on the Shade Room / Spiritual Word on Instagram. Now, a man paid to have a woman flown out. Okay, when she was flown out, they went out. They went out to dinner.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He took her out on the town and all that stuff. Go back to the hotel room. She wouldn't give him sex. Okay. Then he kicked her out of the room because she wouldn't give her, sex. And he canceled her flight back home. Damn. Was this the right thing to do as the person who flew them out?
I got a lot to say about this one. I
looked at this. I was like, wait a minute. You canceled her flight back?
But then again,
I can't get back home.
But then again, I can't trust anything that was posted by a comedian. So, it could be that. I'm just saying. But for the sake of conversation,
no. This. What would you do? This is the scenario. Would you cancel the flight? Would you not? Would you get the fuck out and then impulsively cancel the flight?
It is 2022. A lot of women want to say, I got the bag. I have the Gucci bag. I have Gucci Chanel, or whatever case may be. So if for whatever reason some unexpected occurrences happen, you shouldn't be worried because you should already be having your shit already together and not have to be like, oh, I need to go ahead and check my Bank of America fees because I think I got that shit overdrafted by like $200 or something like that, and afford your own goddamn ticket to go and fly back to where the hell you came from. Now, let me finish. Now, what I also will say is that I blame both sides because y'all should have had this conversation before you even flew the trick out.
No. First of all, she's a trick now. She didn't even have sex with her. She didn't even have sex.
That makes her the exact opposite of a trick.
First of all, when someone flew you out, you already knew what this was.
Hold on, wait. Pause. Did you say flued? He was flued out.
That's what we say. You was flued out. You was flued out.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Do we not?
That's what the niggas say nowadays, Walter. You was flued out.
This is why people say we ain't got no damn sense.
Flued out, finna, ain't gonna, all that shit.
I swear to God, y'all motherfuckers these days, man.
There, and there. Don't you know the difference between those?
I mean, a lot of people don't know, which is disturbing. But
it's very disturbing.
Continue, Chris.
Thank you. I would just say, I get the fact that typically somebody would kind of think that, okay, if a dude's flying me out to whatever location, that he will expect to want to have some sex out there. But you cannot assume that everybody's going to think the same way that you think. Y'all should have had this conversation way before even it came out, and y'all made arrangements or discuss about this thing. You cannot be, if you're just going on a blind dive and you think that your partner or like the person you're trying to see is in the same thought process as you're playing Russian roulette. You gotta be honest, be transparent, and such.
Be upfront,
and just to be upfront and stop fronting. And plus, if you already knew that, okay, before you even flew on the girl out and such, if you knew that she didn't want to have sex, if you flew her out there, then guess what? You probably would not have had the date. You probably would not have done this. You probably would not have done that and such. She's there. She is. You are. You are. You'll find someone else to do that with, and then that's the end of that. You just move on.
They say a wise man told me once. Actually, a wise man didn't tell me this. I just saw this on the internet. But a wise man told me once: masturbate before you talk to a girl. You'll give rid of all the stupid things you're about to say.
Okay, Cat Williams, calm down.
That was Cat Williams. I've heard this before. I'm like, that sounds too familiar. I've heard it.
Wise person told me this once.
Mm-hmm.
He's a very wise man, though. I'm just saying.
Yes.
He has his moments. He'll be like, yeah, no, it's okay. You have your time. It's fine, boo boo. You take your second. We'll be here for you when you're ready. But no, but I don't know. I can't necessarily completely fault the woman for this, but I also can't exactly fault the man either in the situation, right? Because that I agree with Bird. This is definitely something that should have been talked about beforehand. Because it is very frustrating to sit there and be like, look, this was kind of a thing. Now maybe some things got lost in the conversation, right? Because I know I've definitely been out before and been like, yeah, this was a good time. I had a good, like, did you have a good date? And the person was like, yeah, no, this wasn't a date. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? So like some things do get lost in the conversation, right? And that's okay too. That being said, I do think canceling the flight back was a little I don't know. I don't think I could have done that. Because somebody put out, right? Like that's
I wouldn't do that.
Me, though. That's just
I couldn't do it. If I flew someone out and nothing, it doesn't work out, and someone goes haywire, I'm not going to cancel their flight back. Just go home. I don't want you to stay here in the city. Go away.
My money, my choice.
But the flight was already there. She could have just went home.
Hey, Chris,
she already paid for it.
Burst in there like the scene out of fucking Straight Outta Compton. Bye, Felicia. Like you just get out.
Y'all did right. Shit.
Naked and shit. She was like, "Can I come back in, please?"
I'm like, hey man, look. Hey, look. You said you're independent chick. You got your own. So you got your own. You provide for.
First of all, she said she didn't. She never said she was independent. You just.
That is you.
She never said that.
You took that one all into your own, my guy.
Yeah, right. Damn right. I made assumptions. Shit.
Don't make assumptions. That's also don't make assumptions, ladies and gentlemen.
You know what they say about people who make assumptions? They make an ass out of you and me.
Yeah, they said the same thing in 2016. Anyways, but about these people, like honestly, it's
what happened in 2016, Chris?
You know what happened in 2016.
What happened in 2016?
Well, a lot of these times in 2016. But anyways,
what happened in 2016, Chris? I want to know.
It was a lot. No. There was a lot of assuming going on in 2016. I know exactly what you're talking about,
Chris. Let's know what happened in 2016, Chris.
Well, some people had assumed that if a particular Hillary Clinton,
why you gotta do it like that, man?
See, I was gonna bring it up. He has very.
I want to know. What happened in 2016.
A lot of people assume that, you know what? Oh, like Hillary's fine, like she'll bring the office and so on and so forth. And because people had assumed things, people was like, okay, you know what? We're not gonna go vote. We're gonna put the wrong name right here on the ballot. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. There's no way that Trump is actually gonna win and that's gonna get in the White House and such.
But he won the primary though. He won the primary. So there was a chance. There was a high chance he would win.
Hey, real talk, 5,000 votes for Harambe was the most millennial Gen Z thing I've ever heard in my entire life, and it is the saddest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
People assumed that it was going to come back to bite them in the ass.
No, I think people genuinely just didn't want either one of them, so they said, you know what, I'm gonna vote for the dead gorilla.
But the person that literally told everybody during the debates that he was going to reverse Roe v. Wade.
They told him.
Now you complain that Roe v. Wade is gone. When back in 2016 you had a chance to stop this.
He said it clear as day. But all I'm saying, going back to this, I blame both the men and the women. I blame both sides. I blame both. Because you gotta have clear communication will clear a lot of shit. It really will. If it's in friendships, relationships, just communicate. Just be upfront with this. Stop fronting, y'all. It's 2022, man. Shit.
No, but like I said, I agree with you. I blame both parties there, but I do think canceling the flight was a bit extra.
It was.
That's my own personal opinion.
It was.
I just can't do that to somebody. You can say that I ain't that much of a nigga. I'll say whatever you gotta say. I done heard it all before, but that's just not some shit I could do. That's the nigga move.
That's just not a gentleman thing to do. If you flew out, you can just rude. Just give it back. It's rude.
But now, if the roles were reversed,
that'd be a rude bitch. It's still rude. It don't matter.
He's right. The problem isn't that the problem isn't that I'm saying the problem with the situation isn't let's let's flip the roles. It's just a matter of the fact is you don't treat somebody like that. Like you don't sit there and go, hey, you know what sounds good? If you hop the plane back to where you came from on your own volition. I know.
Go ahead.
It would be different. It would be different if it was somewhere like the situation, like the dude was like, "Hey, look, so I told you I was gonna call you back, but like I ran out of money." But it sounded like he had no problems putting up.
He had the round trip. He had the round trip.
Yeah.
He didn't have just one way, like most of the women did for the Atlanta All-Star game, and then had to fly back when they couldn't get a nigga in Atlanta.
I didn't want to know what airline he flew. I didn't want to know what airline he that he used so I can get potential some of those credits. That's all.
All right. Anyway, we're gonna talk about my top 25 North American sports franchises.
Oh,
it's top 25. And before we get to this list,
are you doing? Is it a personal list or is it based on facts?
This is a list based on facts. I'm gonna start off by saying this is a list based on facts. I only did USA and Canada teams of the 5 major leagues.
Okay.
In North America, which is
that
the NBA,
the
NBA, NHL, we have MLB, MLS, and NFL.
Okay.
Yep. That's everything.
Okay.
That's fair.
Now, and I did this based on how many championships you won and how many appearances you've been in the championship series, if there is a series in your championships.
All right.
So,
okay.
I want to start off with number 25.
So the Lions definitely are going to be in it, then.
No, they're not. There's only one Detroit team that's in this.
I think I know the name.
I would expect no one. I think I know.
Wait, no honorable mentions.
No honorable mentions because it's a top 25 list, and we got to hurry.
That's fair.
Podcast. Now, we're gonna do number 25. We have Sporting Kansas City of the MLS.
Yeah.
3 appearances, 2 championships. Their last championship being in 2013. Okay. That's the MLS. Kansas City of Kansas City, Kansas, not Kansas City, Missouri. Okay. That's where they are.
All y'all who assume out there.
Right. People think that the Kansas City Chiefs are in Kansas. Nigga, you dumb.
It's in Missouri. Like, come on. Like,
people get so mad at me when I say that. Like, nigga, you dumb. You know the Kansas City, Missouri is in Missouri.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought Kansas City Chiefs was in Kansas for the longest time.
Bro, the only two things I know in Kansas is the Kansas Jayhawks and like Independence University off the Last Chance U. That is it.
I was gonna say Bourbon, but okay. And Dorothy.
I was gonna say Dorothy from
Bourbon and Dorothy,
which is the Wiz.
Yeah, no. It's the Wiz over here.
No, the Wiz. They were in Brooklyn. They were in Harlem. Okay.
Well, see, they were in our.
They was in the
homes.
city, and it was snowing. So yeah,
they were. Yes.
All right, number 24 of the top 25 North American sports franchises. Factually, another MLS team, the Columbus Crew. 3 appearances, 2 championships. Last one was in 2020 during the pandemic.
I can't stand it.
I'm not a big Columbus sports person, but that's just me.
Yeah.
But go then.
23. We have another MLS team.
Dang.
Seattle Sounders of the MLS.
But the Seattle's just kind of slept on altogether. But
they are slept on.
MLS is slept on. Period.
It is until it's a new league. It's only been here for like 25 years.
Yeah, I mean, we're still waiting for Detroit City FC to be in MLS. I'm just saying we deserve it.
Yeah. I'm wait. That would be it. That would be a great day. I would get season tickets after that happens.
Thank you. Buy them. Make me money. All right. We have 4 appearances and 2 championships. Last one in 2019. Yes, I'm an owner of Detroit City FC. Now,
can I become an owner of Detroit City FC?
You probably could. Man. You are? You're not?
Is it stock options?
Yeah. Where my options at?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Somewhere in Indiana, somewhere. Number 22.
Stop.
As you can tell, we have a lot of MLS teams. We only have 5. Okay, this is also how I did this. I did all 5 major leagues, and I did the top 5 from each.
Oh.
So obviously the MLS teams are going to be at the bottom because the MLS has only been around
because they're newer.
5 years. Yeah.
It's new.
So 22 is DC United with 5 appearances, 4 championships, with their last one being in 2004. They just had Wayne Rooney, which he retired. I think he's coaching now there. I think
Rooney, he is. Yeah.
Rooney was one of my favorites when he was on
Man U. Beast.
Yep.
He was.
Speaking of the beast, number 21, our rivals in Green Bay Packers.
Don't. Oh no.
5 appearances in the Super Bowl, 4 championships, statistically one of the best teams in the Super Bowl. Statistically.
I gotta give it to them. They are one of the best teams around. I do not like.
You can also count in the NFL championship before the Super Bowl era. You can.
Well, yeah, we can do that, but I'm just doing it based on the NFL, which was after the World Championships. So the last one was in 2010 at AT&T Stadium, where Aaron Rodgers slayed the beast, aka Ben Roethlisberger.
I was in Cooley that year.
Yeah,
you were where?
Amazing.
I was at Cooley that year.
Oh yeah,
I was in Korea, and I was like, "Sir, what were you doing in Korea in 2010, man?"
Blending in. I'm playing. Anyway, he was at Cooley High School, a school that just renovated their auditorium, and then they closed the next week. But it's okay. It's all right. That's Detroit Public Schools for you.
That's literally what happened.
Oh my God, no!
Look, we got this brand new auditorium with red leather seats.
His name is Robert Bob, ladies and gentlemen.
I remember Bob.
Yeah, Robert Bob. I love this man. I've been studying him like the whole time. Alyssa's like, "Why are you watching this?" I watched the Detroit corruption documentary and the Robert Bob. I was like, I'm telling you, Detroit was fucked up.
I remember the Rob Bob days, man.
Where did I watch that?
YouTube. I just typed it in on YouTube.
I bet. So 20. You're on 20, right?
Yeah, 20 right now. We're in the top 20 in my top 25. We have San Antonio Spurs. 6 appearances, 5 championships.
Okay.
I've witnessed all 5, sadly. The last one was in 2014.
Have you been to the Alamo Dome?
14 years. Right.
I've been to the Alamo Dome. I've never been inside. I've been outside. It's huge.
It's cool, but it's all like concrete and stone, so it looks a little weird on the inside, but I do like it. I like the Alamo Dome.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I like San Antonio. San Antonio is a beautiful
San
city.
Antonio is amazing, except for the River Walk, the creek. And there's some big old women down there too.
Oh my God.
Leave the people alone.
We're trying to get sponsorships.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie.
We can get a Weight Watchers sponsorship because there's some big old.
I don't want a Weight Watchers sponsorship, but we can go into that later.
Oh yeah. Okay. Anyway, go ahead.
Good Lord.
Speaking of Weight Watchers, 19, the San Francisco 49ers of the NFL. 7 appearances.
That's kind of low for them, but
no, it's not low. 7 appearances, only 5 championships. Okay, only 5 championships. The last one was in 1994. Come on.
I mean,
you say they're kind of low, but there's teams on this list who've won 27 championships. So I watch your mouth. And you know who I'm talking about at number 1.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I know who you're talking about at number 1. I think we all know who you're talking about at number 1.
Number 18, the Dallas Cowboys.
Those fucking Cowboys.
I don't like the Cowboys.
Can I flip the order?
No, because Dallas has 8 appearances and San Francisco only has 7.
They
had the same amount of championships.
The AT&T Stadium was awesome. It is pretty cool.
But at least the 49ers actually made the Super Bowl during our lifetimes.
Okay, but did they win it though? No.
Hey, Chris, you remember when Michigan played Alabama?
Shut up.
Chris been having a good day so far.
I'm having a very great day right now.
Yeah, let's not ruin it. I'm not even trying to ruin that.
And I'm gonna continue this great day by
fair.
talking about number 17, the Los Angeles Galaxy, who play in some
Galaxy.
arena. I forget the name of their arena now.
Too.
9 appearances. 9 appearances in the MLS Cup, and then they have 5 championships.
Just 9? I thought it was like 10.
No, they have 9 appearances.
I also like the Galaxy. The Galaxy are a cool team.
Very nice. I'm actually a fan of LAFC just because their uniforms look sweeter. But anyway,
they are.
And plus their stadium is ridiculously way better.
Hey, I haven't seen their stadium. I have to look it up.
It's next to it's the Bank of California Stadium is where the Los Angeles Memorial Arena used to be.
Okay.
Next to USC Stadium. It's right there.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a good, perfect location.
It's next to the Coliseum.
Perfect location for it.
Perfect. Right off the freeway.
Yeah.
Right off Figueroa. All right. Number 16, the Chicago Bulls. They're the only perfect team on this list. 6-6. Six appearances.
Wait, really?
6 appearances,
Yes.
6 championships.
What
All
was
with
the last
Michael
one?
Jordan. 98.
98?
98?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Michael Jordan.
Hey,
Shout out to Scottie Pippen.
I know people give him crap and like they meme him, but he's literally laughing with his billions.
And it's 6 championships.
Like he's a friend of the family, and I can tell you he is laughing with his billions.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. He's still pushed off. Anyway, number 15. Number 15. I'm saying to the day I die, he pushed off that man. Anyway, number 15, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers. 8 appearances, 6 championships. Last one was in 08, the toe touch of doom.
I'm gonna say that was the Bettis era, right?
No, it was the Bettis era. I mean, sort of, kind of. He won in 2006, but the 2008 one was the toe touch of doom.
Yeah, by San Antonio.
I remember that. Oh,
it was like second, like it was like 2 minutes left in the game, and he did the toe touch of doom. It was like a minute left or something like that.
And I think it was like maybe 40 seconds left.
Yeah, he was like, bitch. He came down. He was like, you ain't getting this touchdown. My toes say otherwise.
and my thing, if you look back at that throw, like I think Ben even came out in an interview and said, if I had 100 times at that throw, I couldn't even get that more than twice. That's literally a 1 in a million throw.
It had to be perfect. That was a perfect Super Bowl. You had Bruce Springsteen as a halftime show.
Yeah,
which is one of the best halftime shows of all time.
The game never got boring. You got
it was always score. It was like what?
Touch of doom. You got James Harrison literally needing the oxygen tank from running in 100 yards. 100 yards right
Larry Fitzgerald going crazy.
Yes, big in the
oxygen crazy.
tank.
He was like,
yes.
I
remember that. I remember that now.
Crazy.
Oh my god,
that was a good game.
The game never got boring. It never did. I could watch that game tonight, like I never watched it.
I'm sad. I just looked up the toe touch of
the toe touch of doom. It was like Arizona fans were like, shit.
That was like his body was like this. Great.
I'm gonna watch this again.
Anyway, number 14, we have the God hates them. I believe that every Patriots fan is going to hell. The New England Patriots.
Wow.
11 appearances, 6 championships. The last one in 2018.
We all know what happened then.
Yeah, we know what happened. Anyway, number 13, we have the Chicago Blackhawks of the NHL.
Ooh,
really?
13 appearances.
That's a beautiful catch.
13 appearances and 6 championships.
I think the last one was 2014?
2015.
Oh shit! Oh, 1 year.
Because 14 was I think it was the Kings.
Either 2014 or 13. Oh, I think it was the Kings. Yeah, because
Blackhawks won in like 2013, 2015, and then they went to them. They went to them, but they didn't win for the next few years.
There was a span where they won like 3 titles in like 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then people called them like, "Oh, this is the real hockey talent," and I'm like, "No, like
no. First of all, we'll get there in a few. Actually, we're going to still be in the NHL. Number 12, the God hates Boston too.
Oh my gosh!
Okay, against Boston.
Okay, out of the 5 major sports leagues, only all 4 Boston teams, except for the New England Revolution, because nobody cares about them.
Very much
are going to be in this list, and we're only just talking about the Bruins right now, and the Patriots, Okay, so we have 20 appearances in the Stanley Cup Finals, and they won 6, and the last one was in 2011.
It was,
which they beat the Canucks, and Vancouver rioted like a mug, like it was like they were getting their civil rights taken away from them.
No, they were rioting like they were rioting like they were when back when Metallica and Guns N' Roses was going on tour in Toronto in '91, and like they canceled
it was in Montreal, first of all.
Oh, it was in Montreal. Oh, damn, I thought
it was in Montreal. and they set the city on fire just because someone didn't get on stage.
Literally,
Canadians will riot for nothing.
And this is like Guns N' Roses in their prime.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're gonna go to the top 10. These are like God tier championship teams.
I agree.
These are the God tier teams of sports. And I don't care who you talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And the Detroit team is in it.
So if I had to guess, if I had to just take a guess, I'd say probably the Yankees, the Dodgers.
I don't even want to get that.
The Wings. I'm gonna say the Wings.
Maybe. Actually, there's one team in here that's really unexpected that I didn't think was going to be in here.
I think I might know which team that's going to be.
And it's ridiculous that it's in here. So we're going to talk about number 10. We're going to do the San Francisco Giants.
Okay, that's fair.
They have 20 appearances in the World Series and 8 championships. The last
I just
one in
love
2014.
that every time they win a championship, they ride down they ride in the trolley down the hill, and that's great.
It's really great.
That's fantastic.
Like, yeah, we won the championship. I miss those days. Our last title was an 08. We'll get there in a second.
Can you imagine when that happens though? That's gonna be insane.
Oh yeah, we're tearing Detroit up.
They shut down the city, man.
Like fuck the queue line. I'm taking rails out the street.
You can take the giant F off of the top of the Fox Theater, like off the radio tower.
No, I'm taking the Ford sign off Ford Field. You're like, get it. Someone take it. Someone get it.
Be like, is that the giant pillar from Ford Field? How did you get that in your backyard?
There's someone on a helicopter tour. Where's the Ford Field sign on top of Ford Field? It's gone.
Don't worry about it.
Chris painted it over. It says KrisCross Corner Field now.
Is that the ceiling from Little Caesars?
Yep, it's gone.
Yeah.
It's an open air basketball stadium now.
We're gonna take that. We're gonna take
low key. That'd be cold.
Be like, no, it's
open air basketball stadium in Detroit.
Hey, that would be lit though.
In January.
That would not be lit.
Hey, you joke, but there are ways to do that without causing a lot of problems for the people.
People are slipping on ice and shit. Trying to get a 3-pointer off.
No, there is a way to do it to where there's a way
everywhere.
Look, all jokes aside, there's a way to heat the building and like force the vents in such a way that where you literally don't have that problem.
That is true, but I would never go to those games.
I would. I don't want to say I did it.
I'd be like, fuck $8 hot chocolate. I'm staying home.
$8.
Anyway, speaking of that, number 9, we have the Boston Red Sox.
The Red Sox.
Yeah.
13 appearances, 9 championships. The last one was in 2018.
Yeah.
Fucking Boston, man.
Of the MLB.
Fucking Boston, man.
Fuck Boston. I said it every time. Any Boston team that comes to Detroit, fuck Boston.
Pretty much.
Number 8, the Oakland Athletics.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah. 14
Is
appearances.
that the unexpected one?
No. This was like a mild one that you like, oh, okay, the Athletics. But they have 9 championships. The last championship that they were in, that was the big earthquake in San Francisco.
Maybe that's why they're not allowed to win.
1989, when the Athletics played the Giants. That's why they had the earthquake, because the Athletics faced the Giants. 2 Bay Area teams going into the World Series. That's why. The Mets played the Yankees in the World Series?
Yeah, it was 2001.
2001.
Yeah, it was the battle on the battle on the subway. Because it was the Yankees.
My God!
You said the battle of the subway workers?
No. It's called the Subway Series.
Yeah. The Subway Series. Yeah.
It was 2001. Are you serious?
I'm pretty sure it was 2001. I'm pretty sure it was. I'm pretty sure
2001. That's crazy.
I'm pretty sure that was 2001.
You said Subway Series,
and if it wasn't it
was 2000.
Yeah, 2000. Yeah, I had the day wrong. Cause
so I was crazy. It was 2001 because the World Series in 2001 would be right after the 9/11.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
It was the Diamondbacks who played the Yankees 2001, and the Diamondbacks won. And fun fact, they were, I believe, the fastest, franchise in the history of North American sports to, from their birth, like for when they were created, to actually win the championship. they were only created like in 4 years before that. So for 4 years, you create the team, and then 4 years later, they actually won the World Series. In
I
4
call
years.
shenanigans. I call shenanigans.
I mean,
you beat the Yankees, so you can't be mad.
And they ain't been shit since.
I forgot that the Diamondbacks were a team.
My thoughts exactly.
You say, look, like Arizona?
Yeah. Arizona Diamondbacks. Chase Field.
I got to admit, when somebody brings them up, I don't think about them, but I know they exist.
Yeah.
What about those Milwaukee Brewers? What about the Milwaukee Brewers?
I remember they exist too.
The Pittsburgh
sometimes.
Pirates.
Yep, I do know they exist.
They do exist. Yeah, but
no, wait, the Cincinnati Reds. You remember that team?
I'm sure Pete Rose remember that team.
No. The San Diego Padres.
Change that name, or is it? I remember the San Diego. Padres.
I forget about all these teams, just because, especially when ESPN gets that bored when they're talking about baseball. You're like, they just coming up with all these teams.
The Miami Marlins.
I'll go with the Miami Marlins.
The Florida Marlins, then it was Seattle Marlins, and then they moved to Miami, and I'm like, guys, come on.
Speaking of people who move all the
Seattle.
time. Speaking of all the teams that move all the time, St. Louis, the city of St. Louis, the St. Louis Cardinals of the MLB.
I agree with that.
That is definitely a baseball dynasty.
That I'm saying that is the Cardinals are a very storied team, and I love and hate them.
I agree.
Yes. The 19 appearances, and they've had 11 championships. Last one being in 2011.
I think they beat Texas that year. The Texas Rangers day. I'm pretty sure they did.
They beat us in the playoffs. I don't give a fuck.
We ain't gonna talk.
I don't give a fuck about Detroit no more. All right, here we go. Speaking of Detroit, number 6, our Detroit Red Wings.
Oh, damn, we can't top 5, damn. But that's okay.
Nope.
That's right.
There's a team in the top 5 you never expect will be in this top 5. I swear to God.
I will say I
really do think I know this.
I'm about to say I will say a lot of people are really upset with the Wings overall.
But
nowadays, nowadays. But the thing is, the Wings have had a very storied history as well. They're part of the original 6. They are one of the first hockey teams to exist, and not only that, but they have amassed a very ridiculous amount of success. I mean, we had a 23-year run, 25-year run with continuous playoffs. That almost never happens.
And
so with some of the best players in the world.
And I'll take a few bad years if that means that we can get ourselves back together.
Chris, before you go on with number 5, I think I know this unexpected team that you're going to mention. I think.
Okay. Number 6. No, I don't care what you think it is, because I'm about to go into my top 5 after I talk about the stats about Detroit. Now, number 6, we have the Detroit Red Wings. 24 appearances in the Stanley Cup Finals, 11 championships, most championships for a United States team in the NHL.
Mm-hmm.
Our last one was in 2008.
Yeah, that was a really good year for the city.
Very good year.
Yeah,
actually, 2008 was a very good year and a very bad year for the city in the same year. But
that's fair.
You're right.
But however, because June was great.
Oh, it was great.
September, however.
You talk about the sky falling.
September, however. JP Morgan Chase and Lehman Brothers. I don't know.
It was like, hey,
let's talk about that day.
That's very fair.
Let's talk about that day. All right. All right. Number 5. This is the one that was a sleeper that I didn't think was going to be in here. With 13 championships, the last one being in 1967. The Toronto Maple Leafs.
I knew you was going to say that.
I'm honestly not surprised. I'm not
21
surprised.
appearances.
They're also part of the original 6.
Mm-hmm.
And they are hockey.
I knew it was gonna say.
But their last championship was in like 67. That was before Sesame Street.
Damn.
That was before Jimi Hendrix's first album.
My parents weren't born. My parents weren't even born.
My mom wasn't even born yet.
Wait. Oh, mine was. He was
born 1967 in September.
And then
long time.
Damn.
Didn't Gretzky play for them? No, he did not. He played
Gretzky played for the Oilers. What are you talking about?
He played for the Oilers and the Blues.
No, he didn't play for the Blues. He played for the Kings.
Yeah.
No, he played for the Blues.
He did?
Yeah.
For like a year.
Goddamn, Gretzky.
So to be okay. Michael Jordan played baseball for a year.
No, but no, we're not going to talk about that. We're also not going to talk about his wizard stint with Richard Hamilton.
Hey, look, man. We all. My point being, we all have certain days that aren't the best. No, I was thinking because I was like, we got. Go ahead.
Same energy.
Yeah, we got number 4. We have the Boston Celtics. 22 appearances, 17 championships. Last one being in 2008.
So the Ray Allen Garnett era.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
Paul Pierce. Got to add Paul Pierce.
The single
Rajon Rondo.
Do we have to?
Hold on. Kendrick Perkins. Got to add Kendrick Perkins in there. He was in the starting lineup.
The single greatest NBA turnaround season statistically ever. Cause like the year before that, like between 2007 and 2008, it was like a 42 game turnaround, and then they won the whole thing after the KG trade.
Yeah, they traded for the best, one of the best players in the league. Actually, arguably at that time, he was one of the best players.
In his prime.
He was KG. He wasn't Kevin Garnett. He was KG.
Yeah, in his prime.
Yeah.
Speaking of people in their prime, a lot of players won with this championship team in their prime. Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah.
32 appearances, 17 championships. The last one being in quarantine, 2020.
The Mickey Mouse Championship.
The Bubble Bowl. I call it the Bubble Bowl.
The Bubble Bowl. Isn't that what the unofficial name ended up being?
Might as well be.
The Bubble Bowl.
The Bubble Bowl.
I like that. I mean,
all right. There are god tier teams, y'all, but these are the elite. These top 2 teams are like the elite teams. However, they haven't won in the last. Actually, one team hasn't won in the last 30 years. One team hasn't won in the last almost 20. So, number 2, we have the Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah.
35 appearances and 24 championships. Most of any team in the NFL. I mean, in HL.
Yeah.
I know what you meant.
And their last win in the Stanley Cup was in 1993.
Okay.
Yep, it was in 93.
But I think they had a run, didn't they?
They did. That was I think it was 2 years ago. They went to the Stanley Cup, but they lost, I think, to Tampa Bay. I think
it was like a good. It would have been like 29. I think it was like right before COVID.
And I'll say Montreal had a pretty decent run pretty recently.
Every time Montreal comes to LCA or back when it was Joe Louis Arena, it was.
Those were bloodbaths.
It was a bloodbath. It was hard. There were fights coming off the People Mover for Canadian fans who came over, like, because in Toronto, because there's Toronto fans going to a Red Wings game fighting Canadian fans, which it made sense because they were Red Wings fans from Windsor, who their allegiance is supposed to be for Toronto, but since they both hate Canadians, they were just fighting the shit out. This is like 2 hours before the game started at the People Mover station.
But see, this is why I say it's weird, because I know that ESPN came out with like the 30 for 30 about the Red Wings and the Colorado Avalanche. But why haven't we gotten a Wings and Canadians like at the 30 for 30? Because those are bloodbaths. I mean,
actually, I would do Calgary Flames and Edmonton Oilers 30 for 30, because that would be interesting, because that's Wayne Gretzky.
That's like like prime Wayne Gretzky.
Mm-hmm. Or we could do the Canucks Boston Stanley Cup Finals, the aftermath. I call it the aftermath.
I can just
which buildings were on fire after they all lost.
I can just sit back and watch that. Cause like Vancouver fans, like they was like, oh my god, this is our moment. The first time like.
But they forgot who they were facing. They're facing the Boston Bruins, the dirtiest team in the NHL.
Yeah.
At least the Red Wings, when they hit you up front in your face. Boston, they trip you, hit you in the back of the head with the stick.
It'll be a trip. It'll be like penalty tripping on the play.
They're like tripping, and Boston fans were like, "No, he didn't trip him." I was like, "Roll the tape back. He tripped his ass."
Roll the tape.
I was like, "That's illegal." And then, like, back in the day, we were like the most roughest team ever. We did it legally. Boston would be like, oh, I missed him. Shit, hit him with the back of the head, crack him with the hook, push him against the ref. All right, number one, we know what it is. We know what it is.
We already know.
We know what it is. South Bronx. South Bronx's own. New York City's Mets. It's like, no, I'm doing the Yankees. It's the Yankees. The New York Yankees.
I'm gonna say they are. I'm gonna say they are definitely the most storied
American franchise.
They
are 27 championships.
Too, I think, aren't they?
They're one of them. 27 championships, 40 appearances. The last one was before I went to high school. 2009.
That era.
Actually, I think it was actually before they made the new Yankee Stadium, because the new Yankee Stadium was built in 2010, right?
Was it? Let's find out.
Or it might have been the first year they went to the stadium. I don't know. I think it was 2009. Or they won it in 2009.
2009, yeah.
Then the new stadium opened in this 2009 season. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I think it's wild that they were like, "Hey, you know what we should do? We should redo our stadium, or we should put a new stadium up and just call it Yankee Stadium again,
and then never win again, never win again, ever."
But can you imagine the audacity? Like, can you imagine if we did that here? They were like, "Hey, you know what sounds really good? Another newer Tiger Stadium."
Hey,
I mean, that's literally what people call it now. They don't even know what it's called. This is called American Park. They just call it Tiger Stadium.
But if you think about it, with the Browns and such, and I'm not gonna put it. I do not apologize for talking so much about Cleveland. I do not apologize for this, because y'all trash. The Browns, where the stadium is, they literally built the new stadium on the site where the old stadium was demolished, and when the team got taken away by Art Modell for 4 years, when that turned to the Baltimore Ravens as we now know it and such. And when they brought the team back in, I think 96 or 97. They built the new stadium on the old side where the old one was,
and that's fine. But like, didn't they rename the stadium? Municipal?
Yeah, they renamed it.
Yeah, my problem is just
it's gonna do a lot of name changes because I did change sponsorships and everything, so it's been going through a lot.
But it wasn't called Cleveland Municipal Stadium. It was called something.
That's my only thing. That's my only gripe with it is that they were like, "Hey, Bronx, what sounds really good?" And the Bronx was like, "How about if we just keep the stadium name?"
Yankee Stadium.
It
still looks nice. It still looks nice.
Because at that point, at that point, it's more of a renovation than an actual.
It is.
No, they made a completely new stadium.
Yeah,
but see, us for Detroit, that's all we wanted. When LCA came out, all we wanted was to be Joe Louis Arena. Just keep the name. That's all we wanted.
No, that would have been my problem.
No, we don't need to be the same name. We don't need to be the same name. Just call it different than Little Caesars Arena. Fuck that pizza. At least call it Olympia. Your other company's called Olympia Entertainment. Call it Olympia Stadium. Stop.
Olympia. Well, what they could not have done is they could not call it Joe Louis and they could not call it the Olympia.
Actually, they couldn't call it Olympia because that's what the old company.
The Olympia is where the Wings used to play.
Yeah, the old stadium.
What?
You know the Army base is on the Army thing is on Grand River.
Yeah.
Before you get downtown, that's where the Wings used to play.
Yeah, that's the Red Barn.
Right. Yeah. I forgot about that. You're right.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
it was called the Olympia.
The Red Barn. Yep. So the Olympia Stadium was the Red Barn. That's what everybody called it. And then they moved them over to Joe Louis, where they had ridiculous amount of success. I think closing Joe Louis was the dumbest mistake that they did. I think because they were obviously needed renovations. It did. It was old. It was falling apart. That's fine.
It was falling apart, literally.
But my thing was, why not utilize the fact that you're the city on the water, right? Like
it was so intimate. That arena was so intimate.
You're right there, riverfront, right there.
Especially when Raw came. Like you could be in the nosebleeds, and you could be like right there.
You can hear everything. You can see everything. The pyrotechnics felt like they were right there to your face.
He was like, shit.
It's like you sitting there, man. It's like not only that, they had to move the Mr. Hockey statue. Like, man, Gordie Howe's crying sitting inside Little Caesars now. He don't get the weather. He don't get the seasons no more.
No. They moved him. They moved him and they put him in front of Kid Rock Stadium. That was hilarious. He was like, I gotta watch this shit. Then they
said
moved
they're
them
crying. He ain't got
upstairs.
no more
I think they
seasons.
moved them upstairs.
Yeah.
And,
But-
that kind of made me think about like even when you had mentioned before about with the Yankee Stadium, that's kind of basically what it's somewhat what the Broncos did with Old Mile High, but the locals now call it New Mile High Stadium, and
The locals call it, but it's not called Mile High Stadium.
Well, yeah, it's called
Power Field at Mile High.
And Power Field at Mile High. But like no, I think I heard today that the Broncos actually just got. I think like they just got sold for I think almost $5 billion by like somebody in the Watson family and such. And I think the news was that they were going to build possibly another stadium in Denver, which I don't know why, because like there's nothing.
Sam's Club Stadium.
Stop.
Sam's Club Stadium. You have their own little store, Walmart neighborhood store, right?
Wait, no. It's the set. No, just for shits and gigs. It's the Sam's Club Stadium presented by Costco.
No, not Costco.
Oh,
that'd be messed up.
No,
What if Denver's the next city to have two teams, two NFL teams, one with Costco and one with Sam's Club?
But see, like there's rumors saying that like if Denver were to make another stadium, there were rumors talking about it might be an indoor stadium to make a push for the Super Bowl in the future.
They would have to.
Yeah, because
I ain't gonna lie. I would not go to Denver to watch an outside game in February.
You never know. It might be hot. With global warming.
Could be.
Nah, it'll be the opposite. It'll be like, oh, Denver gets what, like an average of like a few feet of snow. Guess what?
There'll be tornadoes in Denver.
Right, they'll be like, oh, Denver, you want 15 feet of snow in 1 week in February? No.
Wait till the Super Bowl. I got
yourself.
something for you. It'd be like, no, Mother Nature be like, Usher, watch this. Watch this.
Yeah, it's officially the all-time high price for any sports franchise at $4.65 billion. That's expected to be set in stone tomorrow morning, actually.
Wait, didn't they?
I don't even know anymore.
Because before that it was the Rams, right? Because the Rams stadium cost like $2 billion or something like that, right?
No. We're not talking about stadium. I'm talking about the actual team. Because the stadium itself is $1 billion.
Because that's fair. Because I mean, I wouldn't spend $4 billion on a sports team, but I mean, I don't have that kind of money.
Actually, Elon Musk can buy all 5 Major League sports. Not the team, the league.
That's how you know you got money.
No. See, Elon. Here's what Elon would do. He would announce that he was buying it, make an entire spectacle about it, then get upset at like Roger Goodell, and then pull out of the deal, causing the NFL to sue him for $43 billion. Shit. Did I say what actually happened? Oh fuck. No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, they're talking about a new deal with Twitter with Elon Musk.
Well, because they basically they were like, hey, look, Elon said he was gonna buy us. He cost they were like, he tanked our stock. He
totally did.
Which he did. He did everything that Twitter is accusing.
I want to say
Elon
he
Musk
did.
Doing,
I would just say he put it out, and people, just how the stock market works. They just kind of speculate. Oh, he's taking over. We're gonna pull our money out.
Well, but which is fair. I mean, that's kind of a smart, sensible thing to do because Elon Musk is kind of unpredictable sometimes.
Yeah. But you can't blame him.
No, not at all. But Twitter was like, hey, look, Elon said he was going to buy us for $43 billion. When we investigated into whether or not he actually had a liquidatable asset of $43 billion, which he, spoiler alert, kind of does, but kind of doesn't. It was like, can we liquidate $43 billion from Elon Musk in any way, shape, or form? And they were like, yeah, kind of. And then he was like, well, give me the information on the bots, give me information on this. And then he said no. He made a big fit about it on Twitter and then backed out of the deal. So Twitter was like, we lost a lot in this deal.
Well, I'm just gonna tell everybody right now that $43 billion will be great for the podcast right now, but we can start on that by going to anchor.fm/KrisCross Corner /support. Thank you for listening to the podcast this week. Thank you for our guest Christopher Bird folding dishes and Walter Whitens. I'm your host Chris Canty. Stay safe, social distance, because monkeypox is getting worse. We have 75 cases in Michigan now, so please stay safe.
It makes you ugly.
Yeah, it really does.
And some people are.
And be nice to each other.